So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was the scene of the crime.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
You are not allowed to.
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Thank you, Sakura.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Oh, it's your hero. Fucking up her name.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Can I get a wall or something?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay.
Give me a stick.
Here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Uh-oh.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
Is what?
a boy!
What? No, oh, wait. Hang on. Chihiro is... No. What?
I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What?
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
That explains it all. How he got into the other locker room. His e-handbook would say guy, would have his boy gender on it. It also explains his behavior. It actually explains it. That means someone knew the secret when they would have killed them. And the way Byakuya reacted, though, earlier when I mentioned the crime scene and that, I don't think it was Byakuya. Someone here knows. Someone here knew.
And it's really true? Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
I am glad you didn't. He probably would have died worse.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
I think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
But why move? Unless...
And the killer
I know, I'm
could
even
have easily
confused.
used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
And yet, you believed it like the rest of
This is
us.
the most titillating situation!
Excuse me?
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
No.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
There it is.
But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
Because the evidence pointed at him. But now that I learned this truth, I generally don't know who fucking did it.
He just
I
seems to
don't
be
know who
too
killed.
easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
That is true.
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Excuse me?
Mark it as correct?
I'm defending you, and somehow you're still an arrogant bastard.
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead, find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
My lord.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
You ain't wrong.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
No, he does not.
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
You're quickly to jump on board anyone's train, though.
Let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Sorry, but if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we be sure that we know about the killer. The killer's able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But there's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Let's account.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Why did I get a feeling I'm back to case 1?
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that
There,
might
that.
be enough for now.
That's what we need.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
I'm gonna wait.
It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
There.
No.
Sorry, man, but I saw an opening. The second said only the killer, I'm like, oh, there we go. The last.
I
He's
believe
off.
someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
You know our lives are on the line, right? You should have told that from the beginning to everybody.
Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Track jacket in a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
I'm telling. Well, I better get going. I'm in kind of a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
Jill, could you just, like, back off?
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Hmm?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
I know?
Seriously?
I frankly don't.
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Yeah.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Yes, please. Shiro's jacket, crack jacket. Fuck! Does Shiro's crack jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Okay, the fuck?
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Wait a moment.
My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Repeat that again.
Exercising sucks.
No, not you.
My tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
Actually,
No way. Not a chance.
actually,
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
yes, I did. Wait, what he said just now is really odd. How do you know something like that?
First of all, we know he was on his way, so next bit, why did he choose this?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one...
Oh, what? The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit?
Got it.
No, it's wrong.
I literally did a double take there because I'm like, wait a moment. As I'm going through my head, like, I don't think we ever mentioned
Hold on a
anything
second,
about
Mondo.
the color.
What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a tracksuit into a duffel bag. And then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you...
Got you.
You just...
Wait. I guess, does that mean Mondo was the
Hey,
culprit?
Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Ah.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
Well, well,
I'm
well.
sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Exactly. Even though you're a killer, you are speaking sense.
Cherry?
Stay the fuck out of the way.
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked
Really?
past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was like he was trying to hide it. Just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It's over, Mondo.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did.
I love that metaphor.
Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
the way he talked.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Oh, that's right. When I talked to him a couple of times because I was trying to figure out if he changed, he literally said, and I quote, dude had a weak complex.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail? Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
You're one to talk!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Well, the evidence?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Oh, right. Hifumi said he had something.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
Leon's handbook?
What do you have there? It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Found on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... Heroes? Yeah.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine
At all?
the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
If Armando was the killer... Wait. Waterproof, take pressure, shock resistant... What about heat? There's one time, if it... Let's say Mondo was the killer. I think I might know. Oh, I think I got it.
This one does appear to be broken.
I got it. I got it.
Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
I have it. I have it.
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By hitting its weak points. That's how you break the
You
handbook.
already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that?
Yes.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
Yes, Kirigiri!
If I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
You could just make it a rule.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I got it. I was right. I was right. Mondo and Taka were in the hot sauna earlier. They did a competition between them two, and he was the only one who went in with all his clothes off. They were in there for who knows how long, but it was really hot. And they were in there a while. It would have broken his handbook, causing him to figure out what it is. Thus, he would have had to grab someone else's. If he knew where all the other handbooks were, he could, which he would have to do for this case, he could grab Leon and be using Leon's, which means the key piece of this info to prove that if this is Mondo, is his handbook. I would like to see it now.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Okay, we got it. Yada, yada, yada. Let's get back to me putting someone to the execution
were
chair.
somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Taka, now it's not the time.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Exactly.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Which leads to me again back to the competition between Taka and Mondo.
How'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Oh, I know
What
it!
if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
Time to end this
I
case.
think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be it had to be the one who wore all their clothes in the sauna. It was. Case is wrapping up.
Here's
Mondo,
my answer.
time to die.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Because the evidence
Mondo
says
and
it's him.
Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves that beyond a shadow of a doubt is the broken handbook. I think that's what I'm going to pull out. Oh, we actually got a couple others? Oh, finally, I could actually use different
Let's
bullets.
test Makoto's assertion.
Broken E
If
book.
what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto says is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, it doesn't. I knew the second you opened your mouth, I could shoot you through a hole.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Show me the
The
name.
broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
Uh-huh.
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Oh, so you're very careful to not destroy the handbooks, but you're very much turning it into killing us.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's. Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
Yes.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Borrowing off a dead person doesn't count.
Here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit, but no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
I really hate this bear.
As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Closing argument. Celeste saw Chiro in the warehouse with duff bag, and... something everybody has to need again to lock. Lock room Chiro go into... I think that's right. The weapon the killer used was... dumbbell. Let me check back again. No, I'm gonna take this off now. As the murder took place, some blood splattered on something, didn't it? Guys who the killer swapped around the carpet as well as something else. Which locker room did the killer move into? Girls. Killer took something from the other locker room, switched it at the same time. Yeah, that's him pulling it down, I think, and that's him putting it up. Act 4, Byakuya finding the body. Was it Byakuya brought to mercy? Only... this. Where did the killer go after they were done?
The killer is...
I think I'm good.
You! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Got it. I was still worried about that one.
Simple. Because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Poor Chihiro.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl.
No, they could have went and grabbed one elsewhere.
Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Exactly.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Yes he did.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived there. They planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget.
He really was. He literally made this a little more complicated. I swear to you, if Byakuya, the thing is, if we didn't go at this, if Kyoko didn't notice the gender problem, we probably wouldn't have had the evidence to acquit him and immediately move on to the true suspect. Because that's the thing. That's the thing. I believed it was Byakuya until after the body reveal and I saw his reaction. Then it was a case of, oh, who the fuck did it? And then it occurred to me with the blue tracksuit and the broken e-handbook. Because who was in the sauna that broke there?
Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Complete! No bullet time battle this time.
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence?
We have the evidence.
You need evidence. You need proof.
What the fuck's up with you? You're not the one I'm prosecuting.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
I'm not the one. You're not the one going to death. And it's Mondo's the killer. Matter revealed itself earlier in the trial. I can somehow show Mondo's handbook is right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element's been added to Bullet Time Battle. Would you like to hear more? Yes. They just became best friends like that morning and that night he killed. Let's talk about a little bit about Fever Time and Nega Time. During Bullet Time battles, if you press the space key, Fever Time will activate and Tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push right mouse, left mouse, right, left, right, however you want, and destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got to get access to special timing, right? You have something called Nega Time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates Nega Time during the Bullet Time battle, the Tempo marker would disappear. Made it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you activate Fear Time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. I'm surprised if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent will not use Nega. Well then, good luck. Have fun. It's not on gentle, it's on kind, sadly. I didn't think about putting it on me at the time because I went medium.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Game over, Taka. I don't know why you're defending him, even though he's your friend. We're all about to die.
Right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
You don't gotta do that.
Mondo?
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
You actually fessed up. Depressed? I can see that.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on!
Enjoying
Time for
this.
the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Ugh. With that, that's 2 more classmates out of our 15. We're down to 11 people. We're running out of bodies.
What?
Uh-oh, it looks like you got... This time it looks like you got it right again! Yes, it is! The Blackened that killed Chiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Arata! In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kayota Taka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to dangerous zone, Mr. Ishimura. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then,
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a foul assignment. So allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of murder this time is a sad story of two men. But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward through the text. Oh, the fuck? You broke the fourth wall. Anyway, there was once a young boy. His name was Chiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember. He couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness. To take on the fragile form of a petite girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Nobody will ever... nobody. Now, nobody will ever be able to say anything about, even though you're a weak boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shit, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but accept this fact. After all, it's this world of survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secret. Which of course included Chiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dressed like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was real, it would be the end. The hard shell would crack and the armor would fall slowly. Without doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust in such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But...
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I could talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I could tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made a commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it'd be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. That person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yeah, it sure was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. But Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was a very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. And so he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong, because apparently Chihiro said this. That was his aspiration. And even though that only with Mondo's support would he be able to, he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
And then that must be why Mondo did what he did. Keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? He did what? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls?
Indeed.
Yes! Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Is it to come up what he done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret? Because if anyone ever knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how he got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that's up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? And Mondo did all that to keep his promise he made to Chihiro, who we also killed. Why would he do that? Why are you talking? Why don't you understand? I mean, you guys trust each other, right? So why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something you didn't want anyone to know, even if it makes killing someone. It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, you obviously can. And that's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why didn't I tell you? The embarrassing memory, that's the secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, made all the hoodlums and riffraffs about the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother. Name was Daya Awada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he intimidated. Fuck it, I'm just skipping it. Him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, had grown to the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started thinking about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness and reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over Daya, huh? I created this gang with his own bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All they'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers all the other members of the gang. Which is why. I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. During the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandonment, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. A thunder. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final word. My bad, kid. I fucked up, sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but I never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you now. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. This is the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and kept the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. As a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his brother. That was gonna lose his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo lied became the truth. He wanted to leave the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secret. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on it. Mondo killed his own brother! No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. That happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death and all the guilt I would have been carrying around would have been for nothing. So that's why. Mondo. That's the thought Monokuma had on me. My head filled with all kind of fuzzy uneasiness. It just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say about the wild, the fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chiro asked me to start working out with him. Right then he told me, seriously? Jesus!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why tell me all of a sudden? Because, I mean, you kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would.
But
you're right, but
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like it was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
Saying if I really am, I should be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chiori's strength. He had the strength to face some weakness to try to overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. I was so jealous of him. Not jealousy.
What? What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now? I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I feel like I hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to sit back and let my secret revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn
Why
you!
did you tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong, strong, strong. Stronger than you.
Son of a bitch.
Stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. I woke up again. I was lying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him down on the ground. Hey.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro.
Hero.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was only so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness that lived in his heart like his... And it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see? Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. That he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't get free of cigarettes from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in that? Because I sure don't. Bastard! Shut the hell up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead. Say it again, I dare you. Okay, I'll say that as many times as one. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that. Because it's time for punishing. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The black dessert. The serve the piece will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Lawada, the ultimate biker king. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Oh boy, what is he gonna go through? Gamer Mondo's been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Huh? What the fuck? Cage. Don't? The Cage of Death? What, is it gonna cause him to die the way out, you know, with, fucking force? Not force, use a claws of motion, basically. Wait, what the? Wait! Where's Mondo? That's fucking sick! I'm actually gonna hurl. What the fuck? Laugh at death and your soul be forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. That scream. I think that's gonna haunt me now. As Taka's sad screams evade our skulls, we're each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, had to. What disappointment. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane. Do you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this is a game of life and death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that I just don't understand why. Why'd you go off your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotional, like the voice of death. It had chilled me to the bone. Last time when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignore the nighttime rule too. That rule never matched me. I don't crawl agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. Night grew late and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girl's locker. After he had gone, I looked aside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? I was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Coco, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene. Damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too. Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. But what if we didn't believe you? That's the thing too, Byakuya. We would have still suspected you and pinned it on you or Toko. And we wouldn't have thought twice about it. Byakuya turned to look me in the eye. I feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Things turned remarkable to someone it never did. They also performed an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become the Blackened, I know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next. You like from these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope into despair. What do you mean? Mean? Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be real.
Ooh, how exciting.
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think it's sort of terrifying.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
For which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. So whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Oh, well, Olympus spoiler. Make sure it's a minor one, though, like you said. Nothing too major. God, that last so fucking terrifies me. Makoto's... Not Makoto. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed in the case of Kyo and Mondo. I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind would let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was kind of spirit that felt like a blind puppy in hell, had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our efforts, our friendship. Ah, that's interesting to know, Jade. Thank you. It amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying... What? This is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
We have a spy?
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Who's this everyone? There's one thing I'd like to ask.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student I knew.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Boy's Life of Despair, Chapter 2. The end. Oh, Oh, I miscounted.